Hey guys, it's been a while since I've been in front of the camera. I sort of just took some time off after filming every single day in January for World Carnivore Month and what we eat in a day. But we're still carnivores, and I wanted to get back on here and do a vlog that's probably going to span about 3 days, I think. Let's see where to start. So I have signed up to do a half marathon, and you're gonna have to give me a second to look it up because I forgot the name of it. Hold on. It is called the Florida Marathon, sponsored by Publix. It's a half marathon. I intend to walk it. Julie does not run, unlike Michael. You will never catch me running unless my life is in danger, and then I'll probably be the slowest person because I'm not in shape, but I intend to walk it. It's going to be Causeway is the bridge over the river, so it's across a causeway. I think it's north up US 1, across the causeway that's actually right close to where I live, south down A1A, and then we only crossed the causeway 2 times, so I haven't actually looked at the map. I haven't done any race prep whatsoever. I haven't even walked more than around a little less than 1.5 miles with my dog, not even every day, only on the days that I don't work. So I have not trained for this, and it is in 3 days.
I'll update you because I was looking at running this potentially earlier. So
the reason you're not running it is because when we found out our chiropractor intended to walk it, I decided I would walk it with her. But we couldn't both be away from the dog all day, and because of the increased traffic, it might mean that we would get our car blocked in. So he's just going to drop me off.
That's true. And my hips are still tight, so I've actually been doing more functional, which we talked about that in January.
We're even be canceling Gasparilla, so
we'll see about that one.
But anyway.
But it's so it's a block, A1A, Highway 1, blocked off by the O'Galley Causeway and Melbourne. What's the other bridge called by Indian Harbor?
That's the Melbourne Causeway.
Yeah, so Melbourne Causeway, O'Galley Causeway, then that stretch of A1A and that stretch of Highway 1 forms this big square. I actually ran it accidentally one day, and it come up to 13.1. And our chiropractor's like, yeah, Michael, you basically did all that. But this is Publix, their biggest race sponsor. There's a full marathon and a half. So if you're doing the full, it's just 2 laps around. One side of the causeway on each side.
I wonder if I walked the half and just felt froggy, if I could just walk it again.
You probably could. I don't know the medal differences. Like the Julie's medal is going to be like a honeycomb with a bee on it, and the state of Florida flag on it. It's it's different. I've never seen a medal like this before. It used to be called the Melbourne Music Marathon.
I just found out about this yesterday. Our chiropractor, Dr. Polly, was telling me yesterday when I was getting adjusted that it used to be called the Melbourne Music Half Marathon. And there was a guy who was playing the grand piano at the top of one of the causeways. So I'm already realizing that, I was planning on walking this. I was hoping to do it in like 3 hours, but if there's going to be music all along the way, live performances, I'm probably going to want to stop and listen and probably waste a lot of time. I have a 5-hour time limit to walk this thing. So let me just reiterate, I have done 0 training for this. I do not actually work out on a daily basis at all. Taking my dog for a walk is about as close to a workout I ever get, unless something fun comes up, like a chance to go kayaking or canoeing or hiking. I love all of the outdoor things like that, but I just don't like I hate going to a gym. I hate a workout routine. So I have only ever walked 13 miles one other time in my life. That was 4 years ago. I walked the Donald Duck half marathon at Disney with Michael. That's a whole nother story for another day. But Michael and I walked he was injured. He couldn't run it. So I walked it with him because I was worried about him. So I've only ever walked 13 miles one other time in my life. I've walked between 8 and 10 miles many, many, many times in my life. But the other thing about this is I'm intending to do it in barefoot shoes. I recently got turned on to barefoot shoes again by my chiropractor for a variety of reasons. I was interested in trying to be more, hippy-dippy, one with the earth, be barefoot, be in nature. But that wasn't enough to get me to buy the barefoot shoes until in 2023. One of my New Year's resolutions was actually to work on my bunion. I only have one bunion. It's on my left foot. And I really regret that I didn't take before and after videos to do a whole video on this, because I really don't feel comfortable sharing my feet on the internet. I don't have a bunion on the right foot, even though I've always worn the same shoes. That's because I broke my big toe as a teenager and had to have it surgically repaired. So my right big toe is great, but my left big toe is not. I have wide feet that I inherited from my mom, and I've spent all my life in the traditional American shoes. And I always chalked my bunion up to thinking it was because I've been a nurse. I've worked for 16 years on concrete floors, wearing really good shoes. I've been wearing high dollar tennis shoes. Brooks is my favorite brand. I've gone through all the nursing brands too. I don't like those either. But I decided on a whim back in January, because I've started wearing, a nightly brace and a toe separator. I decided to give barefoot shoes a try, and I cannot believe in just a month and a week how much difference it has made in my bunion. Now, it's still crooked, it still looks like a bunion, but I have zero pain in that toe. And I've had bunion pain, basically, it's not been extreme, but I would say on a 0 to 10 scale, 3 to 5, pretty much every day of my life that I've had shoes on my feet for a long period of time, and sometimes even into the next day if I work, like when I'm at work and I work 12 hours, so I'm in shoes for 14 hours or whatever. But that bunion pain went away nearly immediately, and I've been able to work 12-hour shifts with my barefoot shoes on. I have fallen so head over heels in love with my barefoot shoes that I now own 4 pairs. I bought my original pair of aqua colored Vivos. The first ones I bought like the first week of January. They're my favorites, and I've turned them into my work shoes only because they look so good with all the different colors of scrubs that I have to wear for my 2 jobs. So those are my work shoes, and because I wear them around a hospital, I don't wear them anywhere else. But I did wash them. I just worked my last shift. I washed them, and since they are the most broken in, those are the ones I'm going to do this half marathon in. Then I bought a second pair of Vivos that were a little bit more of a neutral color, so that I have a pair for work and a pair to wear on a regular basis. And I thought I was done buying myself barefoot shoes until I became so obsessively fanatic about how good I feel in these barefoot shoes that I started talking some of my friends into getting barefoot shoes. And they were a little reluctant to drop that kind of money on a new pair of shoes that was, quite a lifestyle change. So the third pair of shoes I got was by the brand Whiten on Amazon. They're gray, they look completely neutral, and other than the fact they're a little wide and a little clown shoey, they look almost like Keds or something. So I bought those so that I could review those and tell my friends if they're good. They were under $30. Then one of my friends from work, she sent me a link and said, "What do you think of these?" It was another pair of aqua barefoot shoes, but these were specifically meant to be quick drying or to get in and out of rivers, lakes, the ocean, anytime you think your shoes are going to get wet. And I was like, that's exactly what I need, because I don't have a pair of barefoot shoes that will dry fast if I get them wet. So now I own 4 pairs of barefoot shoes, and I'm currently in the process of trying to get enough footage together to do a barefoot shoe review. So all that to say, I'm going to try to do this 13 miles half marathon. I'm going to walk it because I don't run, but I'm going to try to walk it in barefoot shoes and get some footage as I go for that video, and kind of keep you updated on how I feel and how I'm doing. But the half marathon is Sunday. This is Thursday. I think I'm going to do a vlog for today, tomorrow, and Saturday, and just kind of show you how I prepare for this race. Please don't take this as me giving you any advice, because I only ever did one half marathon before, and that was by accident because Michael got hurt, and I hadn't done zero prep for that either. This is not me trying to share advice or tell you how to do it, because I am not experienced at this. I'm winging this completely. But as pretty much a full-time carnivore, kind of hardcore carnivore, I'm really interested to see how my diet may or may not support me through something as physically demanding as this. Physically demanding might be a joke to some of you, but it's physically demanding to me, because I am walking barely over a mile most of the days of the week to take my dog around the neighborhood. This is a big bite that I'm chewing for me personally. So I'm really, really curious. I have no intention to fuel for this with carbs, so don't judge me on that, but I do not want to fuel with carbs. I do think I will possibly treat myself to a pizza if I feel like it after the race on Sunday. Sundays are just made for pizza. I mean, who can argue that? So I'm planning to eat carnivore today, strict carnivore, and I've already had breakfast. I had 3 scrambled eggs with cheese and 4 of Michael's little just peas. It's just cheese pizzas, and I'll show you after this intro. That was what inspired me to, when I was eating my breakfast, I thought, you know, I should vlog this day. So I've had breakfast and I'm going out to dinner tonight with my friend, the same one I've gone out with almost every week this year, but we're going to a new place. It's called Doubles. It's a burger place in in Satellite Beach. So I'm going to be strict carnivore today. Tomorrow I am hoping, if all goes well, to go to a steakhouse and get the biggest prime rib that they will cut me. Prime rib is my meat of choice. If I had to choose any part of a cow, that's what it would be. So tomorrow I want to get a prime rib. I'm not quite sure what Saturday will bring. Michael's encouraging me to drink electrolytes, and I see the value in that, but I haven't done it yet. If I do, I will tell you. But you can count on me being carnivore and heavily, if I forget to tell you, I heavily salt everything I eat. So that's kind of a thing about being carnivore. You're gonna want salt. You're gonna crave it. You're gonna need it. I take a magnesium supplement every night before bed. I started doing that a long time ago to help me sleep better, and it works great. And I never stopped. So unless I update you on the electrolytes, I'm gonna try to remember to show you every single thing that I eat, and anything that I do over the next couple days with the race in mind, I'll let you know. So I hope you enjoy this video and wish me luck on Sunday. I hope I can actually finish. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to do my best to vlog it and have a full battery on my phone so that I can get some footage of my shoes, and I'll let you know how it goes. I have 5 hours to walk 13 miles. I'm pretty sure I can do it. So anyway, that's it for the intro to this video. It's probably going to be a long one because I'm already at 12 minutes. But here you go. This is what I'm going to do for 3 days leading up to walking a half marathon. Let's go. All right, it's almost 11 o'clock and I'm going to start my day with 3 scrambled eggs. My favorite way of making them right now is a lot of salt, a little pepper, and actually a pretty healthy dash of Chop House butter, which is, where do we get this again? Publix?
Publix.
Publix, Weber brand Chop House butter. I'm going to make this, and I'm going to have a couple of the pizzas that Michael makes in the oven. I'll show you. And these are the little pizzas that Michael and I make. The 8 that have pepperonis are his, and the 4 that are just cheese are me. He puts a little dash of habanero.
Little heat.
Yeah. And is it taco seasoning?
It's just the taco blend
Taco
cheese.
blend cheese.
Yeah, so it has
Okay.
the spices in it.
And that's it. And then we stick them in the oven to broil for maybe about 10 minutes.
Yeah. Oh,
Let
sorry.
them cool, pop them out. They are amazing. I know they don't look like much when they first come out, but they are super duper delicious. And they're actually cooling right now. I didn't manage to catch the sizzle, but we'll take these out when they've cooled just a smidge, and they're awesome. All right, so I wasn't planning on eating again until meeting my friend, but she's not going to be off work until somewhere around 6 or 6:30. So I'm gonna have a snack of some of this cheese just to kind of tide me over. It's almost 4 o'clock now, so I'll have 3 or 4 pieces of these, tide me over, and we'll be eating, looks like cheeseburger kind of a thing on their menu. I'm really excited about this restaurant, so just a snack. All right, it's about 5:30. I'm headed to meet my friend who got off work a little bit early. I'm wearing my new Warby Parker prescription sunglasses. I don't think I've ever had prescription sunglasses in my life, and I'm loving being able to see while I drive and it's light outside. But anyway, I've looked at the menu for doubles and I couldn't believe how inexpensive the prices were. So now I'm curious how big the portions are, but they have a cheeseburger. Of course, they have a veggie burger. They had chicken sandwich. I'll show you the whole menu when I get there, but everything looked like it was reasonably priced, and I think I'm probably going to end up ordering several hamburgers with no bun and no sides. So that's usually a little awkward when you're eating out as a carnivore, because you're asking for a burger but leave everything off of it but the burger. But as inexpensive as these prices were, I think I might get more than one. So we will see. I'll show you when I'm there. Probably I will not film much because I don't like to turn the camera on when I'm around my friends very much. I don't want to make them feel uncomfortable. So but I will show you at least a photo of what I eat and tell you all about it. Doing his skincare routine.
I'm masking tonight. I got a mud mask.
I'm drinking my kombucha. I wanted to tell you what I ordered at the restaurant. It's called Doubles Beachside. It's hoagies and sandwiches and burgers. What I ordered, let me set my kombucha down. The waitress actually misunderstood me when I made my order, but it actually worked out for the best. I ordered a Cuban sandwich, with no bun, no lettuce, no tomatoes. So that was barbecue, like pulled pork. It's pulled pork that has ham on top of it.
Ooh, okay.
And then cheese. And it would have had lettuce, tomato, and a bun, but I had to leave all of that off. And then I also ordered a BLT, no bun, no lettuce, no tomato, just a burger and the bacon. Okay. And she said, well, we actually have a side of bacon if you want to order that for just like a couple bucks or something. I said, sure. So I thought I was getting a burger with bacon, deconstructed Cuban sandwich with bacon, and possibly even another side of bacon. But I was expecting the Cuban sandwich to be, kind of small, like a regular burger size, but she brought it out in a little paper tray, and it was huge. And it was kind of hard to tell what it was because there was so much cheese on top of it. So I was like, oh, is my burger, because she only had the 2 plates in her hand. I said, is my burger underneath all this? And she's like, what burger? She didn't understand that I wanted a sandwich and a burger. However, the Cuban was so much more meat and cheese than I was expecting to get that I was like, you know what? It's fine. This is perfect. Because she did put extra bacon on it. Okay. So it was like a big bed of pulled pork, quite a few pieces of like ham on top of it. None of it was sweet. It didn't taste like it had sugar in it or anything. Okay. And then it had ham on top, and I ordered a side of queso to pour over the top, which was really, really good. And it had 2 pickles in it, pickle spears. Okay. So it was more than filling. I was so surprised. I thought I was ordering a ton of food, and I got a ton of food. I did eat one of my friend's sweet potato fries. They were waffle fries. And I didn't really care about the sweet potato, but she's like, you have got to try this dipping sauce that they come with. I don't know how to describe it. It probably was like a mayonnaise base, but it had maple syrup in it and like chipotle in it. It was... Started out sweet, almost had a cinnamon taste, and then it got really hot on the end.
We'd make an animal-based, I bet, dip like that with our mayo.
I only had one fry, but I'm never going to turn down the chance to try something new. It's not World Carnivore Month anymore, so I just had the one. But yeah, I would have loved to have tried a burger there, but I didn't need it because I was certainly satisfied with what I had. Nice. But I will go back anytime you want to go. We saw outdoors. It was beautiful. It's Florida. It's February. It's beautiful weather.
Yeah. Gets a little cool in the evening.
Got to catch up with my friend. I've been making a real effort to see. I don't have a lot of Florida friends, so I've been trying really, really hard to see everybody as often as I can in 2023. And it was really good to catch up with her.
Well, that's great.
So it's good. I'll take you there. We will have to go back.
We will definitely go back. That's a place we've been talking about going since we moved here.
I remember driving past it when we first moved down here, and I think they were closed for renovations or maybe COVID.
That's right.
They're not open one day of the week. I'm not sure what day of the week that actually is, but we tried several times to go there, and they were empty and closed.
We noticed down here, random thought, that Mondays is a big day for restaurants to be off.
To be closed. Courtney and I were talking about that too. Mondays or Tuesdays or both.
Yeah, sometimes it's both.
But we're in Charlotte. There might have been some restaurants that were closed one day of the week, but for the most part, it was Chick-fil-A isn't open on Sundays, and other than that, you can go anywhere you want to go any day of the week. So it's been a little odd to get used to how a lot of restaurants aren't open.
Well, and it's like what you were saying before, when we were eating out, we were doing it as a cheat meal, and so our go-to is more pizza than it was, unless we were going to get a steak. So now that we've kind of opened our eyes up to, I think restaurants adjusting more for us than what we didn't want to be a bother, so for more than what we were giving them consideration for. So it's been nice to see that. I think that's going to give us, because there's a bunch of little mom and pop outdoorsy, I think hamburger hot dog type places that I know you've tried a few more than I have, but that we've been meaning to try. But it's like, but that's got the bun, or that's only got a fry with it. But we need to start giving those a try for sure. Yeah.
It was great. I'll go back there anytime you want. I really love hanging out with her, and she always inspires me to try a new place to eat out. When you don't have a lot of cheat meals, you get in the habit as a carnivore of making all of your food at home. Yeah. So on the very rare opportunities you get to go out to eat, it's a steakhouse.
Yeah.
So for there to be, it's just really nice for me to have a friend who has already knows about a lot of these restaurants, and I already know I'm in for a good food, instead of wasting a cheap meal on somewhere that's not great. So anyway, you have now seen everything I ate on Thursday. This is the 3 days before the race on Sunday. I'm going to keep vlogging the next couple days, and I don't know when I guess I'll post this video, maybe Sunday, and the race on Monday. I don't know.
Have you talked about any of what you're going to do from now until then with supplements and fueling? And
I have no plans. I don't.
Okay.
I think I did mention that you were saying I needed to start taking supplements, and I'm like, and what is that? Because I take a magnesium supplement every night, and I salted the crap out of the food I ate at Doubles, and I thought that was good enough. He wants me to eat beets. I'm like, beets are vegetables.
No, hang on. I said, do you? Just because I know that they increase nitric oxide in the blood vessels. But for her, since she's not going to be fueling with carbohydrates, I told her I do have Heart and Soil, those supplements. You've seen them when we were going through everything last month. Fire Starter, which is just beef tallow, and it would at least help her, I think, if she were to.
You know what? If you will set them out
between now and Sunday,
because I won't remember to eat them.
I know.
If you will set them out, I will eat them.
Okay, and then I do have a electrolyte, a sugar-free electrolyte. You've seen the collagen protein, but she drinks bone broth. And what else was there? Red meat. We've already got that covered. Mm-hmm. And I have electrolytes if you need them, or noon tablets if you want to throw.
Maybe I'll stick a couple in my fanny pack for race day.
I also have applesauce, little apple packets.
If I'm going to eat something that's not on my carnivore diet, it's going to be a cheesecake. Or
I meant while you're running to fuel. Oh wait,
there is
while you're walking.
Definitely a cheat afternoon coming on Sunday, because when I decide to cheat, I go all out.
I'm gonna have to spend the 4 hours working out, doing a normal workout at the gym before I go pick her
I'll
up,
vlog
so
Monday.
I can burn the calories.
How to recover from a half marathon binge day.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, I have been pretty consistently carnivore ever since the beginning of the year, with the exception of the 2 cheat days in Charlotte, which we did videos on. We cheated 2 days back to back.
We did.
And
no regrets.
Other than the days leading up to that and the days since, I have been very strictly carnivore, except for the one sweet potato today, the one sweet potato fry, but for sweet potato fry, not sweet potato. Anyway, that's just how our lifestyle is. This will be my first time going into any type of a strenuous activity, if you can call walking strenuous, but This will be the first time I've done anything physically challenging as a carnivore since we went carnivore a year ago, and I haven't obviously done anything since then to see.
This prolonged anyway.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like, I've done plenty of walks, but I usually have capped it 6 miles or less. So
yeah,
this will be really, really interesting to see how this diet does or does not support this kind of work.
I'm more interested, because I won't use the word concerned, to see how your shoes do on your feet for that long of a period of time.
And I'm doing it in barefoot shoes. We talked about that this morning too.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. But fueling, I don't think you're going to have a problem.
Yep. All right, guys. See you tomorrow.
Good night.
Good night. Abra. Yeah. This is what you probably heard in the background of the video. She's going to town on this little bone her Uncle Marshall got her for Christmas.